Please wait a moment.
Yes.
Okay?
It's the word of the day, Rhiannon.
Gluttonous. A person who eats or consumes immoderate amounts of food and drink, aka me and Pojo.
And what are you doing in Japan?
I live here now. My husband's in the military. Oh, it's just the drinks. Beautiful skin. Tea.
Oh, I want that.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, I want some of all of this.
What's the special there?
Ooh.
Oh, shoot.
Hi.
Yes.
This and that. Both you want?
Where do we start? Should we start with your family or should we start with modeling? Or how about how we met? Vaguely met. When
Yeah.
we were really, really young at the casting.
Yeah, the first casting I think I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Where,
And you can name drop.
yeah, and then you'll,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, okay. That was a whole blur. You were there too, most of the entire day. We were there for
6 hours, 8 hours?
No, I was there for 12 hours. Well, I didn't really care because that was my first casting ever in New York City.
That was your first
That was my
casting ever?
first casting ever.
Whoa!
So I was kind of like, oh, this is just how they all are. You're there for 12 hours. I was happy though because it was a big brand in my heart. I was like, I'm gonna get this, it's fine, I have nothing else today. So like they weren't even gonna give us food. I remember we were like, oh, they're having lunch, or they're having dinner, we're gonna go downstairs and eat it.
Arigato gozaimasu. Oh, great.
What is it?
I don't really know, but it was
looks
good when
like
I tried it.
spinach and whatever this is. Oh my. We were there for the entire day. I didn't meet Allie there.
So you met her on set, maybe?
I met her on set. Yeah.
So we were really
I know
close.
Allie. Episode 3. Yeah. The night before the show, they were like, hey, you got it. And I was like, okay. I got there, everything was cool, the show was nice. I think what made it to where people liked me more was when I talked to the designer. I was like, thank you so much. Like I went up to him and I like pushed my way out of everyone. And he was like, I was like, and then everything else went off from there. That wasn't my first confirmed show, but that was the first show I walked in.
Oh, really?
One of those. I got flown out to Paris, confirmed for a job. I was doing a fitting in Paris. We get there, everything's cool. I go in there. I was fitting the clothes, but they would like hit my stomach a bit, you know?
So
To like
it just
suck it in.
Oh my god, that happened to me.
That's happened to me way too many times to even count. I want to just like punch them in the stomach.
Oh.
Whenever they do that, I want to like.
Hit my stomach, I'll hit your face.
And I didn't know what that meant at the time actually. I was confused, so I didn't do anything. I was just like, but then I got the other show and then I was fine. I didn't really think too much of it. I was like, whatever. I think I had to pay for my flight too. And my hotel. I didn't find that out until later on. I was like, why is this on my thing?
Yeah, they do
I
that.
asked, and no one responded. No agent. I just had to pay for it. It's just a thing. Pour me some more sake.
Yeah, so that was your first season ever shows?
My first ever show was the one where I met Allie at. Yeah. We both got that campaign, and I met her there. We all ate lots of food. It was actually more of a family moment, that campaign. Gotta go to
What are your thoughts? Anything that looks specifically good right now?
This, obviously.
Duh.
And I don't know what that is, but it looks good. It looks like mushroom and seaweed.
Yeah.
And girl, everything looks good. It's like the cutest little traditional Japanese place. I'm so glad that we came here.
Me too.
And not like some American place.
No, exactly.
Even though that was my second
Sorry,
choice.
Marco, we ain't about it.
Thank you. Thank you. Usually supposed to eat everything else, and then rice is last because it's the most filling. Because you don't want to be full while you're eating everything else.
Right.
But I'm gonna eat it anyway. I'm not Japanese.
Roll with it.
So we're talking about something. How there is a law, how models have to be a certain weight. Their BMI has to be normal. So you have to go to the doctor in order to get a pass. It was very big on social media. Like everyone was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Yay, Paris. I remember I had to go in. So I walked into a doctor's office. They weigh you, take your height, they sit you down. She didn't really talk to me about anything. She didn't ask me anything. She was kind of just like, what do you eat? And I was like, I don't know, food. I literally just said, I was like, I'm a vegetarian. And she was like, okay. And then she gave me a piece of paper and then I left. That's literally it.
So in depth.
Yeah.
I'm so glad she found all this information.
Yeah,
about
all
you.
this information about me and how I'm healthy and how I don't have an eating disorder. I overheard an agent once telling another girl, just eat a watermelon before. Just eat a lot of fruit, drink a lot of water before you go. To make sure, water weight. When I was younger, I would eat everything. And I would stay skinny. Everything. My parents literally said, oh, you have a tapeworm. They would like joke around that all the time. Because I would eat so much. And I ate meat like 4 times a day. So gross. So then I went into modeling. I was very naive. I didn't think that anyone could not like food. Like I was so dumb. People would come up to me and be like, do you have an eating disorder? Like random people. Like, do you have an eating disorder? Like people, do you have an eating disorder? I had a lot of roommates who like never ate as much as I did. And I was always confused. And they would be like, oh, we need to lose weight. We need to do this and we need to do that. And I was like, I don't understand. And then, so I did a show in Milan. I did a lot of shows in Milan, but like this certain show in Milan. And then I went to Paris, their sister show. I did one of their shows, and then I came to Paris and I did not gain any weight. I did not look different. You can't gain that much weight in 1 week. It wasn't even 1 week, it was probably like 3 days. I walked for them and I left, and immediately my agency was like, come to the office, we need to have a meeting. So I was like, okay. I went there and they sat me down and they told me that my legs were too fat. They said, the casting director, that your legs are too big. You need to either lose weight and like get your legs toned in 2 days, or you won't, maybe you can do the show next year. I was like, no thanks, and I didn't really understand at that moment, and then about a week later, I was kind of overthinking it, and then I just started thinking like, maybe this is why, like girls don't eat. I'm like, maybe this is why. I don't know, what should I do? And I asked some other girls, and they're like, oh, we just don't eat. I'm like, you should probably, eat a boiled egg or for 1 day, and I'll do something like that. I was like, I don't understand this because I grew up in like a southern home where it's like, food all the time. And then a week later, I looked at the outfits. I'm like, maybe I just wouldn't fit the outfits. It was fall, winter clothes. I looked at the outfits. You could not see the girls' bodies. They were all very baggy. You could see no one's body, no one's legs. They weren't even tight at the stomach. Nothing. I'm like, this makes no fucking sense. But they said no anyway. They said, oh, I love your face, but your body, no. You can't tell me what I can and cannot eat, because they were telling me that. What I can and cannot eat, just because what you think models should look like, even if no one can see it. Like if I couldn't fit in the outfits, I guess I would understand, but I could fit in the outfit.
But they also make it like you're the problem and not the clothes. Like this is so funny to me.
Yeah, you're the problem, not the clothes. We're gonna put girls that are 12 years old in our, 14-year-olds aren't gonna go and buy them. Oh, I'm choking a little bit. I'm choking right now. It's like down there, but it's like not. So that happened. Still kind of confused. Whatever. I do another show that I'm used to doing, a men's show. Okay, so in men's shows, some girls do the shows. If they look kind of manly, so you can wear men's clothes, whatever. I think that's super cool. But first time in this country, Italy, I got food poisoning from pasta that was, you know, they like wrap it in plastic and they like sit it out, and I didn't know that. It was my first time in Italy. I remember waking up every single hour on the dot getting sick. And I had to do a fitting and I was exclusive. So when you're exclusive, you have to do everything, like practice, like, so they can know what time they want to put the girls out. I was so sick. I felt like I was dying. At that point, I had nothing in my body. I couldn't get sick anymore. So I got there and they were taking care of me, being very nice. I'm like using these chopsticks as like hitting the camera. I got sick and while they were fitting me.
Energy.
Yeah, well, I had the outfit on. I was like 1 minute and I went to the bathroom with the outfit on. They were freaking out. After that, everyone was so nice. It was kind of just like a traumatizing experience. And then I told one of my agents, whenever I went back to New York, I was like, yeah, I got really sick when I was there. He was like, oh, well, that's really good. At least so you could get ready for Fashion Week. That tore me up so bad. Like, you have no... I was like, so confused. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, why would you say something like that?
Literally, I want to fight people.
Yeah, that's the exact thing that he said. I'm not even exaggerating. And that's what fucked me up. I was like, I guess that's what girls thought you should do to get ready. Because I was scared and everyone was like, oh, you look amazing. Like, I was like, what do you mean? I look sick. I'm literally physically sick. So when you get that sick, your body's like, what the fuck is happening? Like your body, it's literally like this, like how it feels. Yeah. So I started gaining weight. And I remember people telling me, oh, your legs look a bit bigger. Is that muscle or is that, you know, fat or something? I was like,
I don't fucking know. Do you want me to go take a test and see like how much
I don't fucking know.
I have?
Why does it matter?
Why would it matter?
I'm like, I'm still underweight. I'm still physically, BMI is under what it should be. So that really messed me up. And so I started working out a lot more. But then it was like, should I even eat? I don't know. Like, because my metabolism was all hecked up. It wasn't how it was before. And I didn't know that it was also because I wasn't a kid anymore. I was a woman. It's supposed to be this way. This is how my bones are. You don't understand.
Drink some sake every time.
Drink some sake every time I say I don't understand. Then I started realizing everyone around me had issues as well. It was around the time that I started blowing up as well. I was still going to countries every single week, whatever. Wasn't allowed to eat. Well, I mean, I was allowed to eat, but it's like you're on a plane for 15 hours. You get there and it's like 11 p.m. Everything's closed. You don't eat. And it was kind of just a normal for me at that point. It was like, don't eat, you know? And everyone was telling me how beautiful I was. And I was like, oh, thanks. Like, I feel sick physically. It's hard to find people who physically care about your well-being because during the time that I got sick in Italy, I had an agent that was beautiful, making sure I got ginger tea, and she called my hotel and like asked them to bring me up crackers and ginger tea and everything so that would stop, so that I could get a taxi, but still. I can't get the rest of this rice out, so I'm just gonna shovel it into my mouth.
It's okay. I support you in your journey of shoveling.
I started getting very insecure about everything. The worst time was in 1 week. I went to 5 different countries. I would get off a plane, go to America, go to like the next day, take the flight from America to another country, another place, blah, blah, blah. And at that point, I was like, I need to go home, but they won't let me go home. The most they allowed me to go home, and I say allow because it was allow, was a week. I remember taking vacation once though, for a week. They texted me like, you have to go to this job. I'm like, I'm in Tennessee. I'm not going anywhere. I'm like, I don't care what it is, who it is. No. I'm like, I need to take a break. The day before I got married, I was in London. They wanted me to stay in London. I was like, I'm getting married tomorrow. I need to go to my wedding. Not my sister's wedding, my wedding. I got married. We got to get a house, but I was unable to be there as much as I wanted to. I was probably at my house maybe 1 month out of the year. Wow. My home, the one that I have with my husband, I had to beg for time off, aka my birthday. Can I please go home for my birthday? We don't know, we have a few options for you. I'm like, can I please go home? And they're like, okay, I guess, but if we need you, I'm like, nope, you already said okay. After home, I did Fashion Week. So this is where I found out I was pregnant. I went to Fashion Week, you know, New York Fashion Month. Yeah. Not Fashion Week. I feel like it was just like a blur. It's just like, okay, we do it. You don't get paid good. You have to go to 5 million castings a day. It's literally like working every single day for how many hours from the moment you wake up, sometimes like 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. You don't get paid for any of that because it's a casting. It's like an interview, except it's not like an interview because it's like 17 hours a day. I woke up one day. I looked at my little period tracker thing. I was like 3 days late. I was like, oh, I'm not pregnant, you know. I mean, I wanted to be so I could like have a 9-month break. I did a couple castings that day, but then I had one that was gonna be all night long. So I took it, went and got a burrito. I cried a lot. And then I went to my casting, or then I went to my fitting. And no one knew yet. No one knew. And I was there for so fucking long. I was so mad. 4 p.m., I left at 11 at night. 7 hours. They told me it was a fitting. It was a casting. So I walk in, I go in there, and I'm waiting. I don't know where it was. It was in the studios. And I'm sitting down, eating. No, I wasn't eating. I ate before. Sitting there, chilling. A couple hours go by. I'm eating, hey, what's going on? You know, this is a fitting. I don't understand. So they finally bring me back. 5 hours, 6 hours later. I sit in the main room for an hour. Some guy that I know from LA comes in, sits down. I'm like, hey, I know you from LA. Someone comes in and asks me to leave because I knew the guy from LA.
Because of like confidentiality?
No, it's not that. It's what are they called? Like the club promoters?
So because you knew he was a promoter, they were
yeah.
like, we're not doing.
Yeah.
Because of his status.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I walked out so my face was red. I told the casting director, which is a really big casting director, I was like, this was supposed to be a fitting. What was that? I was like, I was there for 10 hours. I was like, I don't care if you blacklist me for me confronting you. That was the worst thing. I used to never eat dessert. Actually, I used to eat dessert for breakfast. I used to eat ice cream for breakfast.
That's an energy.
Yeah.
That I need.
For high school, it was literally my whole high school mood. I hated high school so much. The emoji cake, strawberry tofu cream. Oh, you've already had that one, which means we need the tofu lemon cake.
Oh, yes.
Or matcha ice cream.
Or both.
Or both.
Want to do both?
Let's do both. Oh yeah, and we're gonna get tea too. Oh, you know about my hair. A brand, they were like, we want your hair bright fire engine red. My agency was like, you have to do it because it's them. Because they're, you know, it's them, like a big brand. It's them. So we did it. It was for a lookbook and a show. So I did the lookbook, and they had me go upstairs multiple times to their other floor to do the makeup for the look or for the show because they said I was confirming the show and said that I was going to do the show. I was going back and forth from a job to a fitting to a job to a fitting to a job to a fitting same day. Take off makeup, put on show makeup, take off show makeup, go downstairs, put on lookbook makeup. They tell me, oh, we need you to do it one more time. Go back upstairs, put on show makeup, take it off, go downstairs. It was like a fresh face. So they had to do fresh face over again, which fresh face takes like an hour. That's not my fresh face. Told me I wasn't confirmed for the show.
What? After that?
After all of that.
Are you serious?
Everyone was trying on the makeup and the hair, which was like pulled back. So then they had to take my hair out of that and make it wavy for the lookbook. And I was like, holy shit. And I dyed my hair the day before for that. 10 hours. Not even joking, 10 hours of dyeing my hair red. She dyed it 5 times. It was so ugly. It was so bad. I had another show that wanted my hair blonde, so I had to bleach it again. And then a couple months later, they tell me the lookbook didn't come out. They didn't like the lookbook, so they wanted me to dye my hair fire engine red again. To do another lookbook. I said absolutely not. They were paying like nothing. Some castings, they do not treat us right. They make us all stand outside, rain, snow, whatever, like giant lines. Just stand there and they expect us to wait.
Yo, this is beautiful.
I don't know, I'm gonna eat this. And you're not supposed to eat this.
Is it crunchy? Is it crunchy?
You're not supposed to eat this.
Wait, is it just like, what is it?
It's just like dried lemon. I think I finally was able to get my natural hair back whenever I got pregnant.
So you did take 9 months off?
I did not. So I worked. No, I kind of wanted to because I found out in New York, and then I still had. I didn't do London, but I still had Milan and Paris to do. I didn't have any issues. Like I wasn't sick or anything, but I was scared because I didn't have a doctor. But I knew because I took like 10 tests. I was like, I mean, either that or there's something wrong with me. I told my husband right after the casting that I did, whenever I found out, because that was so problematic. I started crying. I was like, I just got out of a 10-hour casting and I'm pregnant. He was like, wait, what? He was stationed. I think he was in Hawaii at the time. October 31st is when I 100% found out that we were pregnant.
Spooky.
Yeah. Spooky baby. Spooky baby. I was kind of very positive about everything because I went through the time where I was very positive with my body and food to where I wasn't very positive with my body and food, and then I was okay with it, and then I got pregnant and I was very okay with it because I was hungry all the time. I was like, fuck this. I need food. I love this baby. I want it to be healthy. And during it, I loved it. I love my body being pregnant because it's like you're pregnant, so you have an excuse to eat everything. Like I can eat for 2. I can do whatever I want. I can eat for 5, even though I'm eating for 2.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that might be the reason why you would regain a relationship with food. Like if you didn't get pregnant, do you think you would be still in a cycle?
I think so. I think it really helped because I was very negative with it, and then I got pregnant, and then it was like he kind of saved me in a way, like saved my.
Oh, I love that. That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard on camera, honestly. I love that. Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. I pulled the email out of people, I swear to God. It's like I'm like getting drunk to crying.
She told me, she was like, are you a Cancer? Because you sound really emo.
I'm a Cancer, by the way. This is not an attack. I just
and
saw
I was like,
myself in
no. And then I was like, wait, my moon is Cancer. Yeah, so he did. He did really help me in a way, in a big way. He did help me to help me with my relationship with food and like, hey, I'm growing a baby. I'm growing a human being.
The coolest baby ever.
The coolest baby ever. If you have not met him, have not seen him on my Instagram, you need to
go follow Rhiannon and go
resus. He's amazing. Mouths that eat, babies that eat. I'm not going to make him model at all. Unless he's like 17 years old. I'm like 17 years old and he wants to do it himself, then okay. But anything below 17, I'm not really comfortable with. I didn't model until I was 18. I wasn't ready until I was 18. So this is my first time in Japan. I didn't sign with them until we got settled in and I felt comfortable with signing with someone because I kind of knew that I was gonna sign with someone because I like to model. I still love it, but I wanted to make sure that they wouldn't push me to do something that I didn't want to do, AKA, you know, lose weight. And I was very afraid of that because a lot of Japan, it's like that. So I wanted to make sure we were on the same page. But I really love it here. I love working here. So it's a lot better. They're kind of actually a lot nicer than America, to be honest. I mean, I did have a bit of an issue after I had him. I had bounced back, but not 100%. Even though everyone was like, wow, you bounced back so fast. So I was like, yeah, but not really. Like, to me, I wasn't exactly how I was. And I had that mindset. I was like, I'm not exactly where I was. And it took me a while, like a month or more, to realize I had a fucking baby. My hips grew, and that's what it was. I was like, my hips grew. I grew a baby. Like, I didn't fucking do nothing. Had a job again that I really wanted, that I thought would help me get back into everything, get back into modeling more. I took a week, like, super training for it, you know, like working out, eating healthy. And then I was confirmed. Again, I was confirmed to do the show. I don't even know what confirmed means. That doesn't even mean anything.
Alex said to me, you don't know you're confirmed and actually doing a show until you're out on the runway.
Yeah, until you're out on the runway. Not even if you're there. Not even if you're at the show. Weekend before I was supposed to leave to get on a plane, I had everything ready. My son was going to be in daycare. Sorry, Rhiannon. They dropped you. I was very upset. Like, I cried in my husband's arms and I said, I'm fat. Like, literally. I was like, I'm fat. And he was like, it's like, you're crazy. You just had a baby. It really took some self-reflecting and a lot of things, some therapy. Shout out therapy. I have to make sure my husband's gonna pick up my son from daycare. I mean, we still have a little bit of cheesecake to eat. This is tofu cheesecake. It's literally tofu. Some of you will be like, ew, that's gross. Be like, no, it's not. My relationship with food has definitely blossomed since turning vegetarian. I was very much underweight whenever I ate meat, which is very weird and some people don't understand that. I ate meat like 4 times a day, like I said earlier. I ate so much meat. I was healthy, I was eating food, you know, whatever. And then I started eating vegetarian and I started gaining weight in a great way. Like, because I was eating nuts and more vegetables, crap like that. It has definitely helped me in a lot, being a vegetarian. Makes me love food more. To be honest, everything I've had tastes so much better than anything I ate before I was 16. Like this. What we just ate is vegan. You know, I don't judge other people, but it's kind of like, for me, I don't eat what I love in a way. So, like, if I love an animal, I'm not gonna eat it because I love it. I just have a better relationship with food. And I think it also has a lot to do with my son. 100%. He helps me every day. Yeah. Mama. I feel weird saying Mama Bear because I watched this Dr. Phil episode and this lady was being so weird. She was like, I'm Mama Bear to her like 26-year-old son. His birthday, we're going to Disneyland and we are trying all of the food. They have popcorn there. Every single type of popcorn. Soy sauce popcorn. I'm trying, it sounds so gross. I'm trying it all. So if you ever decide to go to Tokyo Disneyland, definitely check it out. Thank you so much for everything. I went to her gallery 2 days ago and I cried my eyes out and she didn't even say anything to make me cry, to make anyone else cry their eyes. I just cried. I was like, I don't know. Even though anything you said wasn't really like super cry worthy, it was just like because I knew. It's because I watched all the episodes, so I know what it's about and everything about it. So I was very like emotional. I don't think I've ever fully told anyone anything like this. Maybe my husband. I don't know. It's just very complicated. It's hard to speak out about anything that has to do with your job because it is very common to be blacklisted when you don't even know that you are. And then you find it out from someone and it's like, what did I do wrong? They do things like that and people don't realize that that's why we're not allowed to say things. It's hard to have a voice when we're terrified that we won't get booked again. You know, it's our life, it's our job. I have to take care of a kid and I love doing what I do. So it's kind of like hard. I want brands to just change and just to be better. And it's never too late. I mean, I guess it's never too late, but it's better now than later. You know, like right now. Like do it right now. Book more POC, plus size. Please God, change your sample size. It would benefit the designers in a bigger way. They think that it's going to hurt them. It's not. It's going to make them better. I want to live in the real world where we eat food and be nice to each other and
Love thyself, baby.
love thyself like you would love any, I don't know, is that a thing?
Love thyself like you would love that Louis.
Love thou Louis, aka my son.
You took the international models that gave you.
Oh yeah, I'm the only one. I'm not even an
You're
international.
the only shawty outside of the studio.
I'm an American though.